Hi YouTube, it's me, Sha, and tonight I'm going to do a bookshelf tour. And this video was actually requested by Miss Bookworm times 3. So this is for you. I hope you enjoy it. So first things first, I'm going to talk a little bit about my bookshelf case. And I bought it from IKEA, and it's called the Kelby. So initially I was going there to buy the Billy Bob or whatever bookshelf case that the Chapter Chicks was suggesting, because I never had a bookcase before. I just used to put it all on my dressers and wardrobes or whatever. But when I got there and I actually saw it up close, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's way too big, it's way too huge. And the colors that IKEA only provided was black. The only one that they had left, I guess, were black. So when I saw this, I didn't want a black bookcase. I needed a white one or something light. So I saw this one and I was like, oh, this is so cute. And it was only $25. So I was like, okay, I want it. I'm going to get it. And I was going there initially planning on spending like $80 to $90. Because, you know, I didn't know how much it cost. So I found this one and I'm really happy with it. I'm really pleased with it. It's not as spacious, but it covers, you know, the books that I have available to me, because I have way more books than this, but it's in my basement. I've loaned some out that I never got back. Some is with my mom in North Carolina, but these are pretty much my staple books. So let's just get right into it, because I do not want this video to be extremely long, and you guys know me already. So first shelf, and I'm filming with my webcam, guys, so sorry if it looks a little shaky and just bad. Okay, so first book is the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and it comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's a ninth one out right now, and it's called Lover Unleashed. But let's start with the ones that I have. So this first one is Dark Lover, and these series are by J.R. Ward. And Dark Lover is the first one, and it was by far my favorite one. Next is Lover Eternal, Lover Awakened, Lover Revealed, Lover Unbound, Lover Enshrined, Lover Avenged, and Lover Mine. So that's it for the series, which was excellent. I told you guys about the series before that I absolutely enjoyed. I really loved the series. But it is fantasy, and it is all adult fiction, so it's more fantasy. You can't really imagine these things really happening in real life. I also have George R.R. Martin from the Game of Thrones series. Next is another book by J.R. Ward, and it's called Unforgettable Lady. Was it good? It was okay. I gave it like a B minus C, because it was just, you know, predictable. Next I have A Demon Mistress, which was, you know, horrible. I just bought it when I was in Jamaica because I didn't bring any of my own books. I bought it from one of the shops in the hotels. Next is Wicked, which I loved. I actually saw the play. This is actually my boyfriend's niece's copy, and she let me hold it. I never gave it back. So hi. Sorry about that. Yeah. Next is the Midnight Breed series, and this series is by Laura Adrian, and I don't know which series I like better, this one or this one. I really don't know. This one I can actually picture happening in the real world. So yeah, I really enjoyed that series. First one is Kiss of Midnight. Next is Kiss of Crimson, Midnight Awakening, Veil of Midnight, Ashes of Midnight, Shades of Midnight, Taken by Midnight, and Deeper Than Midnight. I haven't read this one yet, but I read every other one. And like I said, I love this series a lot. So that's my adult fiction series. So yeah. Okay, my arm had a little break now. Okay, so I did pick up Legacy. I saw Chapter Chicks, Stacy, of course. So she did this review on the book Legacy by Kayla Kluver, and her book and her hardcover was so much better. She even said this. She said this in her video that the paperback version cover is just horrible. It's nothing like the version she has, and I cannot find her version anywhere. This is all that they have. So okay, so I did not set the Twilight music up. I promise I did not set that up. It's just on my iPod or whatever, and I have it on shuffle. So yeah, Legacy by Kayla Kluver. The cover sucks so bad, Stacey. You were so right. I wish they came like the ones you had, because this cover has nothing. I feel like it doesn't reflect the story in a positive light. Like, this just looks like an ordinary romance novel. Like, looking at the cover, it looks boring. I mean, it's not a bad cover, but it just can be so much better. The one that you have is just so much better. So Stacey, if you're watching this, I totally agree with you on it. So yeah, this is Legacy. I have not read that yet, and it's by Kayla Kluver, like I just mentioned. Next is Lorraine McDaniel, and this is the Angels trilogy. It's Angels Watching Over Me, Lifted Up by Angels, Until Angels Close My Eyes. And this again was another book that was suggested by Stacey. She said that this was like the first series that she read, and I was really interested in it, so I went out and ordered it because they didn't have it at my Barnes and Nobles. And this is all one book. I didn't get the separate books. I got it all in one. Next is Shiver. Shiver is by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't know, I'm killing her name, sorry. Shiver. This seems really, really good. I cannot wait to read it. Next is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick, and I cannot wait to read that. And this is a series as well. I have not read it yet, but I can't wait to. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Can't wait to read that. Haven't read that either. Fallen by Lauren Kate. I did read that, and I did a review. If you didn't see it, please check it out. Torment. Haven't read that yet. Passion. Haven't read that yet. I've read the Hunger Games series. First in the series is the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay, and that series was amazing. Read the books, please, before watching the movie, guys, because I'm sure the movies will not equal to the book, but I'm going to keep high hopes. Hopefully. Next is, of course, my Twilight shelf. Okay, if you're wondering, that's a picture of my grandma, my dad's mom. Okay, and that's just a little trinket that I got from my coming out party when I was 16. I had it for a long time. Like, as you can see, her crown broke off and everything. Okay, so first things first is Breaking Dawn, Eclipse, New Moon, and Twilight, of course. And here's Midnight Sun. I had it covered and bound, but as you can see, mine's is really flimsy. I had it for a while. Ugh. And I just saw, again, I'm mentioning Chapter Chicks, and I just saw Jessica's version that her boyfriend got her, and hers is so much better and so much sturdier. So Jessica, if you're watching this movie, ask your boyfriend when he get yours made. I need a new one because mine's is so flimsy. Yeah, and some more random pictures. Okay, so next shelf is, okay, there we go. Can you see? Okay, first I have Picking Cotton by Jennifer Thompson Canino, Ronald Cotton, and Aaron Torino. This is probably one of my top 3 favorite books, guys. This book, I want to say a beautiful story, but what happens in the story isn't so beautiful, but the outcome is wonderful, amazing. It's like, it made me cry, it made me mad, it made me happy. So this book was definitely one of my top 3 favorite books. Next is Jansen's Gift by Pam Hope. I have not read that yet. Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man by Steve Harvey. Read it. Awesome. All ladies definitely need to read this book, whether you're in a really good relationship or if you're in a terrible relationship. It speaks to all women, whatever you're going through. Gives you a better understanding of men. So I definitely suggest you ladies read that. Next is Unaccustomed Earth by Jhumpa Lahiri. And that was a really good book. She's a really good writer. I really enjoy her reading. She has a couple other books out, so definitely look her out. Look for her. Check her out. Okay, there we go. It's late, guys, so I'm kind of talking crazy. My books are falling. Okay, next is The Insufficiency of Maps. And this is by Nora Pierce. Have not read that yet, but it seemed really good, so I had to pick it up. Next is B as in Beautiful, and this was a really good, cute read about like self-esteem and body issues and self-esteem, all of the above. So yeah, this is Freaked, and this is by J.T. Dutton, and I have not read this yet. Next, moving down the line. Okay, I have The Purple Culture by Stephen Bauer. I have not read that yet. Jesus and Yahweh, The Divine, The Name's Divine. Sorry. And this is by Harold Bloom. I also have Nefertiti by Nick Drake. I read that. That was a really good take on the Nefertiti story. This is The Queen of Sheba and Her Only Son Menelik. I haven't read the whole book because it's not like a novel. It's just like information. So I haven't read the whole thing, but I did read pieces of it, and it is extremely interesting. Next is The Gospel of Judas by Simon Maurer, and I have not read that yet, but it seems really good. So, one of my also top 3 favorite books, A Thousand Hills by Stephen Kinzer, and this is about the Rwanda genocide that happened. So if you don't know much about it, definitely pick this book up. It gives a lot of insight on it, and it's really informative, and it's just a really good book. Beautifully written. It's just awesome. Okay, my last shelf. So of course the lighting is gonna mess me up. Okay, sorry if you guys can't see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, pretty much this is it. Okay, so first I have Evermore by Alison Noel, and I did not get into that series, so I only bought the first one. I did not read the second one. I don't know why, it just didn't call to me. I know a lot of people talk about it, and a lot of people have all the books, but I just didn't get into it like that. Vampire Diaries is another series that I did not get into. Did not love it at all. Neither one. I don't know why. It just did not speak to me. Next is Morning, Noon, and Night, and this was given to me by a coworker because she always saw me reading and she just assumed that I would like it. But it's crazy, I might just like it. I just never gave it a chance because the cover just looks so boring and old, something that my dad would probably read, so I never picked it up to read it. But who knows, it's probably good. If you have read it, let me know. Leave a comment. I need some motivation to read that book. Okay, so next is A Divine Destiny by Gwyneth Bolton. I don't know what that is. Afterburn by Zane. I have not read that, and I've read that, I think. Divine Destiny. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Afterburn by Zane. I did not read that. My Little Secret. I did read that. That was pretty good. White Lines by Tracy Brown. This book was awesome, but the crazy thing is I cannot remember because I've read so many books. I don't know why I can't remember what happened in that book. Next is Hate Love Games by Carlene Baker. Have not read that. So guys, that's it for my bookshelf tour. I would get in the camera and say hello to you guys, but I look a mess right now. I have a scarf on and pajamas, and no one wants to see that. So that's my bookshelf tour. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you like, press the like button, rate, and subscribe, and thanks so much. Night night.